Okay. Hello guys, this is Big Fish, and I was just opening the app. I was just opening Black Desert for a while. Wanted to check things out. I think it's been quite some time since I did those, like the place when I actually talk a little bit about my thoughts and all that while I'm playing. So this might be a good chance to do that again. This is for some reason it's oh, okay, all right. It's gonna a bit laggy. Okay, so we're against Asura. Essentially speaking, the Shadow Break. The Shadow Break. Essentially speaking, the Shadow Break is capable of breaking forward guard, and because of that, it is you don't want to use your Shadow Plume to block the Shadow Break. The only two available options are using the Rain of Steel to completely block the damage, or I mean to block the CC, or to use evasion. And it's actually a lot better to use evasion forwards, because for some reason, so when we'll try to explain a little bit later on why using evasion forwards will actually help. The reason why I did that just now was because if you see there, why did I use evasion during Rain of Steel? The idea is simple. I don't want to take damage, and like unnecessary damage. Just I don't want to take it, because simply Rain of Steel into Reckoning is not a good trade for me. I'll take like a lot of damage, and it's not profitable for me in the long run. And although I know that even if I take it, if I take it just now, I'll probably still win the fight because I have such high health advantage. I still don't want to take it, and the reason is because this is called consistency. Like, you need to always have this mindset of not taking damage unless you really like have no other choice. Like, this will really help you in trying to get better at the game, where people would always want to trade. People will always want to do this. If you don't have to like trade, don't trade. That is like the best thing I can probably say. And if you want to trade, take only advantageous tradings. Like, say for example, you block someone's super armor with forward guard. When this happens, the enemy is taking damage while you are not taking damage, and they take the debuff. Because unfortunately, super armor does not block debuffs. So although they don't get CC'd, but they will still get the debuff, such as slows, burns, bleeding, attack drops, defense drops, all those kind of shenanigans. And that is pretty much how we're gonna be looking into this fight. We're against a Berserker again. Berserkers in general are not especially dangerous unless you start lagging, and yeah. If you see there, he actually got knocked down from the second touch of death, not the first. And knowing this, I'm capable of actually because of that, I'm able to add one more skill into the combo, because he gets a resistance on my first touch of death. Hence, the second touch of death actually starts the knockdown countdown, and because of that, I'm able to add one more skill into the combo, not just stopping with two skills. This is just something that you need to know. Just this is what you call attention to detail. Like, a lot of people don't know about this, but well, I guess after a while you start to understand how to do a lot more stuff. That is a bait. This guy's thick. That is actually very unfortunate for me just now. I actually got caught there, but I think he was completely dry, or he panicked because he did not think that would clip. So that was actually pretty lucky for me. But I think that even if that one clip, I'll probably still win. I have just a bit too much health advantage. So there's that. Now we're against destroyers. Now this has always been the main issue with the current. What I want to do is simply this is what I call advantages tradings. Like when he's still on his flying animation from that flying skill, he's not actually dealing damage to me while he's flying, and because of that, it was just a super armor he's just doing nothing. And because of that, I am actually able to land a couple non-super armor skills to him, and that will actually benefit by one, because I'm using Touch of Death, so I'm actually regaining HP back, and I'm actually dealing damage while I'm not actually committing any super armor skills. The main weakness of this destroyer, in my opinion, is actually its skills are not continuous. Its super armor skill are not continuously dangerous. I think the problem with the dangerous is because people tend to you guys always thought about trying to clip a destroyer. Well, that's not gonna work. The reason is quite simple. It's because the destroyer have way too good of a super armor. It's not impossible. It's pretty much impossible to CC destroyer unless you actually right. There's that. And so the knockdown value of the reckoning is actually going outwards. So you can actually use a non-super armor skill to go in to actually still deal damage to him inside the reckoning by using evasion just slightly inside the reckoning as it goes outwards. And what happens is, so I was from here, right? And I use evasion here, and his reckoning's range is still here from like here, right? His reckoning's range was from here, the main character, and it goes all the way here. And what I do is I use my evasion here, just in the middle of the range, and as the reckoning goes outwards, I'm going inwards, and I can still use a skill without super armor to clip him. Although I can't CC him in that position, I'm still able to deal damage inside his super armor without actually like using a super armor skill. And it's just a little bit of something that you need to understand. These kind of stuff are not these stuff are I guess it just comes to you after a while. I don't want to fight grandmasters, but luckily he forfeited. I think that I don't want to fight against classes which I have advantages of. For a video, I don't think it's very nice. So we're gonna be just alright. So this is a Hasashin. Hasashin is not a good matchup for Kuno. I think Hasashin is one of the one of the worst counters of Kuno, to be completely honest. So what I do there was pretty simple. I think this guy is not that good. You see there? I'm literally doing nothing, and I'm gonna bait him a bit. And now he wasted 2 super armor for nothing, and that is why he died. You see there, I know the range of all of his skills, and because of that, I'm able to just casually walk or stand up and do nothing while he's using super armor skills. This is all because I know how far the reach is, how far the range of his skills are, and how much of those skills are on cooldown, and trying to bait those cooldowns. He's dry here because he used 2 out of the storm. He used his dash and his mirage early on, so he won't have any left. 1. He still got 1 more, I think. Okay, I misclicked my plume. I should have just used 1 just now. Alright. I think it's pretty simple, and the only way that I can actually record all of this and like and talk and just play very well is because today my well, not today, but right now my internet is actually pretty good, so it's possible to do this. If my internet is not doing well, I can't really do this. Okay, that was a displacement bug. This thing happens a lot, so okay, that was very unfortunate. I actually got that was a bug a couple times, but that's okay. I think I could have played better there. I think I could have reacted better and not take unfavorable trades. See, sometimes I make mistakes too, and sometimes the big issue with this is actually the internet. Sometimes the internet is not in your favor, and like bugs happen, and all that. I don't know if bugs happen because of like bad internet, or it's just simply because the yeah. So I'm gonna be just doing this. I'm gonna try to bait him into doing unfavorable trades. Okay, so now he's used all of his evasion. The only things that he have are the evasion that is like on cooldown while he was. I'm gonna be doing this instead. You see there, I'm just standing up and doing nothing. This is me, because I know that he's gonna use evasion, and that's just I guess it's the little things. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but well, he's dead because of that. Yeah, that's about it, I guess, for this one. I'm gonna be closing this video very soon. I think that was enough example for one video. In case you guys are asking me, I am not back into the game. I am not. I'm just here once in a while to check things out. I do still think that I'll be making some content in the future for BDM. I don't know how long I will be doing that, because unfortunately the developers really fucked shit up, man. I'm telling you, I'm really tilted with like all of these new classes becoming way too strong that simply it became inconvenient for other people to fight. I'm not worried about like destroyers or VKs anymore. I think that I've gone through enough and I've fought quite a good number of them to actually know the proper way of fighting them, and that is the reason why I'm not afraid of fighting these classes despite how OP they are. Unfortunately, it's not the same case for most people, and I think the idea that the developers would make a class just this strong is simply unfathomable for someone like me, I would say. You don't need to be a genius to actually know just how broken Firebomb skill is. I'll show you this skill. This is the Destroyer skill. Just give me a second. I'll probably just show you a little bit in case you guys don't know about this Destroyer stuff. Yeah. So this skill, Firebomb, yeah, this Firebomb skill has Invincible. It's an invincible frame. You see here, it's invincible while jumping, okay? And it's not just invincible while jumping, it's also invincible during the linger. So in case you don't know, you can actually do this. I'll show you guys a little bit. I'll make this thing short, just so you guys can understand. This is the same issue with the Void Knight before it was fixed. Yeah. So this is how Firebomb goes. Okay. That's only one. You can actually use this thing twice. that gives a total of 3 seconds. Yeah, you can see the cooldown log here. Yeah, you can see it. This is a total of 4-second cooldown, so you can pretty much say that around here, when the arrow reaches here, it's about 3 seconds. You can see this one. All right. So basically speaking, this thing has about 3-second duration of pure invincible. It's invincible for 3 seconds with only 4-second cooldown. Now that is fucked up, alright? That is fucked up. I'm telling you, that is pretty fucked up. 3-second invincible frame with 4-second cooldown, and we haven't counted the other skills, which is the Hellraiser skill. This thing can basically be used as a disengage, or you can use this for some sort of it can be used for mobility or for buying time for the rest of your super armor to go off cooldown. And aside from that, it's not just 2 super armor, man. They actually got one more. I think it's Funeral Blast. Yeah, they got this one as well, which is kind of fucked up. So basically speaking, this sorry about that. This class has basically this is the only 4 skills that you probably need. It's got Firebomb, and this is actually the wrong way to go through this. Actually, the best possible way is to see the cooldowns. I'll show you guys the cooldown here. There's 4 seconds, and then there's a. This is actually this is without the cooldown reduction. Yeah, so this one has 8 seconds. And then there is the Funeral Blast, which is this one. Yeah, this one has a total. This thing is gonna reduce its cooldown by 2 seconds, so this is essentially only 5-second cooldown. But I don't have it yet, so we're just gonna be putting it at that. It's gonna be like this. Okay, I fucked up on that one. I'll just show you guys again once more. I think you need to hold the Hellraiser. Yeah, give me a second on this one, guys. I haven't really done this in a while, so I might have to. See, as you can see there, this is kind of fucked up, right? And this, what's even more fucked up is that full rotation of basically like immunity is not it, because this Funeral Blast actually has cooldown reduction, which I haven't got. So basically, it's gonna go worse than what you just witnessed. It's pretty insane if you think about it. It's a little bit too much for one class. And to make things worse, we haven't accounted for the use of evasion, in which can probably mitigate a little bit of the time that some of the cooldowns might be lacking. So essentially speaking, this class is impossible to CC. And because of that, the only way for you to CC a destroyer is out of 2 things. One, to create a scenario where you can catch them by surprise and catch them off guard. Or 2, you can actually use another strategy, which is basically trying to take advantage of tradings, especially during their Funeral Blast and on this thing. This skill, what's the skill's name again? Hellraiser. This skill basically does nothing for the whole duration except on the last hit. So basically, during the travel of this rocket, it's actually doing absolutely nothing. And because of that, you can still clip some damage in during the Hellraiser skill and during Funeral Blast. This thing is a super armor, it's not an invincible frame, so you can still deal damage. The best idea that I can give you is to use the forward guard to trade during the firebomb to completely block the damage of the firebomb, and you can use a second you can try to initiate using an invincible skill during either Funeral Blast or Hellraisers. This is pretty much the only thing that I can say. What I want you to do is basically remember the Destroyer's rotation, and whenever he's not using Firebomb, it's gonna be you can actually just use evasion to mitigate the firebomb's problem, and then once that happens, you can use a non-super armor skill during his Hellraiser skill, and you can use a super armor during the Funeral Blast. This will really help in trying to deal damage to the destroyer without trying to CC it. See, this is a completely different way of looking at battles, but this will really help you improve in the future if you're trying to get better at the game, trying to get better at the arenas. Then I think that's gonna be about it for today's video for me. I think that I've done quite enough justice for the Kunoichi, and I would really like it if I can see more of you guys from any server actually implement some of these new strategies and really get better at the game, because I think that by adding a lot more competitive value into the game, I think the developers might be a lot more interested in trying to create an esport out of this game, or trying to improve the game altogether, because after all, this game just simply have way too much potential. And yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. But just before that, I'm gonna show you my skill set if you guys are interested. These are the skill set that I use. I am a forward guard type Kunoichi. I don't use the super armor. I use forward guard instead, because forward guard has a lot more coverage. Alright, that's gonna be about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye.